a kind of elixir of life. Because time slows down close to the speed of light, special relativity provides us with a means of going to the stars.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the final week of the NECC season for Overwatch 2. We'll get straight into the gameplay here. It's Wartburg College taking on Saginaw Valley State. Saginaw Valley State sitting 3-2. Wartburg at a 1-6 record. Sorry, 1-5. My goodness. This is, as I said, week 7, the last week of the season for the NECC before the team gets into the MVEC playoffs to land. This team did have a game against Gustavus Adolphus on Wednesday. That game was not streamed, but Wartburg did pick up the victory 4-1, pushing them over, sending them to Indianola for the LAN event for the MVEC. This game, as Wartburg is eliminated from the NECC playoffs, will be seen more as a way to stay warm, stay hot. See here the change. Blurgenturg, biggest of and Pickled Poet seems to be the permanent change. Blurgenturg staying on the tank. And the two games that they've played with it, they have won. It's worked out well for them. We're just going to have to see how that continues to go for them. It seems like Saginaw Valley State is going to take the first cap here. Torbjorn from Maragaz. Yugatoon on May. Blurgenturg, Junker Queen. Life Weaver for Pickled Poet. Biggest of Owls on the Ana, naturally. You see it there. J-Rod Nasty and Vidi, both a support and Shadowwing, a triple kill there from Blurgenturg, as Wartburg is going to get their first cap of the game. You see on the side of Saginaw Valley State, as I said, J-Rod Nasty and Shadowwing, the two supports. J-Rod on Lucio, Shadowwing, Kiriko, Vidi, or Vidi, it's probably Vidi, is on the Junker Queen as well. Reggie on Sojourn, and Po Jiden is on the Sombra. Wartburg doing a great job of keeping control of the point. They're going to take the lead here as Junker Queen ult is ready for Blurgenturg. Vidi gets taken down. Back cap isn't going to work out. See Maragaz setting up the turrets. Gets taken out instantly. Blurgenturg, of course, going to be the first one to rush in. That first point of contact, as Wartburg is going to have about 60% on the point. 4 ults at the ready for Wartburg. Only one not up yet is Maragaz Torbjorn ult. The Kitsune is ready for Shadowing. Vidi is going to take out nobody, actually, with their Junker Queen ult. Actually, is going to take it out themselves. Pickled Poet uses the Life Weaver ult. I did miss both Yugatoon and Big Savals using theirs, though. As Wartburg is going to encroach 90% here. They hit it before Saginaw Valley State is even able to get in. Wrecking Ball the pick now from Vidi. Sojourn ult is used. Torbjorn ult also. Po Jiden, the group hack. We're in overtime. Contests everywhere. Wartburg's going to have to stand back on the point. They aren't going to be able to. Pickled Poet. First one taken down. First one back up, but it isn't going to matter. You see Blurgenturg down there. Yugatoon also down still. Maragaz, Pickled Poet, Biggest of Owls, the first ones to respawn. As now Saginaw Valley State has the point for the second time. They did have first cap. Lost it, and that's where Wartburg got their 99%. They sent it to overtime. Took back the point. Blurgenturg rushing in. They'll be standing on the point. A little bit of a back and forth, trying to first take out this Wrecking Ball of Vidi in the back line. Gonna go to Biggest of Owls. You see the top-down view. Vidi running away. Now back. Biggest of Owls in from behind, being saved consistently VD did use the Wrecking Ball ult, the little hamster ult, throwing bombs everywhere. Biggest of Owls still being kept alive by Pickled Poet. A harsh pressure, though. Pickled Poet does have their ult ready. Lurgenturg able to get back into the spawn, get that health. They're going to have to run to touch point. Doesn't seem like they'll be able to send it to overtime. Will Wartburg? They won't. Point number 1 goes in favor of Saginaw Valley State. After a 99% capture from Wartburg. Back in for round 2 here on the Antarctic Peninsula. The first map of the game. Be interesting to see where the rest of this goes. See if there will be any changes. You already see quite a few. I don't know if it's just for the looks of it out of Saginaw Valley State. Seems like they're going to do it. A few changes. Change over to Cassidy, actually, from Maragaz. VD with the Mauga pick. Reggie on the Reaper. Dashing in was VD there. Biggest of Owls going Moira, actually. Two supports staying the same. As there is a team wipe for Saginaw. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Saginaw Valley State. See, throwing out. He attacks Pickled Poet. As you would probably be able to guess, not exactly the strong suit of Lifeweaver. Symmetra, the pick from Bojiden. That's rather silly. There has been a new hero added in terms of, you know, a testing ability, a testing window for Overwatch will be added after the seasons are done, though. Should be for both sides. Might be out in time for the Nationals, if JV is able to make it, as they have qualified for their playoffs on their NECC division. But definitely MVEC will not have the new character of Freya. I've seen things where I've heard are quite similar to a... what's the game called? My goodness. A Paladins character? A few Paladins characters? Which I think is very interesting. Paladins is actually how I personally got into the hero shooter genre. As you see Wartburg now capping a quarter of the way. It was the first ever hero shooter I played because, well, mostly because it was free, as now J-Rod, Nasty, and Bojiden both using their ults for Saginaw Valley State. Reggie able to use it. 4 down for Wartburg. Make it a team wipe. Saginaw Valley State gets back in control of the point. And both support ults were actually used there by Wartburg. Yeah, Paladins was how I got into playing hero shooters at all. I never really thought it was something that I'd be too interested in. And even then, it's not exactly my favorite genre, although I have been playing quite a lot of Marvel Rivals, and I've even started to enjoy a bit of Overwatch here and there, which is very good because it helps me learn things. Much like Mauga uses the trap, does get taken out for it eventually, but gets the 2 kills on the DPS. Only thing standing now for Wartburg are both supports. Base of Owls the target of most of the attack. Farah able to just barely get out of there. Pickled Poet also goes down. Now it's 3 damage dealers left for Wartburg. They're going to have to get on point. They at least will touch point. Question is will they be able to cap? Nope, we're sending it to overtime. Maragaz against the Kiriko of Shadow Wing. Gets taken out. Justice rains from above used. And that will be it. Saginaw Valley State takes game 1, 2-0. You see it here. Play of the game. Sombra for Bo Jiden. The ult, the mass hack works out well. As you see it here. Game number 1 in favor of Saginaw Valley State. Are they the Cards or are they the Redbirds? Well, let me figure this out. This is the real questions. Actually unsure. Is there music in the background of the game now? Is this... I didn't... It's probably because of the Le Seraphim collab, but I didn't know that there was actually music in the background of the game. That's kind of interesting. Instead of the normal atmosphere, that's kind of cool. I didn't know. I thought there was still the Spotify playing, and I know I didn't turn that back on yet. And I just hear music in my ears. So I am going to actually talk over this just to make sure that nothing legally happens. We should be fine. We will be fine, realistically, as anything. It's not like we're making $1 billion off these streams anyways. It would be pretty cool. Yes, they are the Cardinals. Saginaw Valley State Cardinals. We'll wait to see what the pick is. You see it there, the choice between either hybrid or escort. That is something that is kind of unable to be shown by the graphic. It is a choice between the two teams. It is going to be an escort map. Seems like it's going to be Shambali, a Monastery, a classic pick, a frequent pick in terms of the frequency of it. Naturally. I don't know why I said it like that. Wait to see if it's for certain by when we get into the game, though. It'll be interesting to see. Wartburg has done very well recently on their escort maps in terms of just being able to do really whatever they want. It'll be interesting to see if Saginaw Valley State will be able to do anything to counteract that. And I think a substitution made for Saginaw Valley State. Reggie coming out, Crispy going in, J-Rod going out, Zippy going in. Wait to see if that's all of the changes made. I think it will be. Or maybe not. We'll find out if that's it. We're waiting for the confirmation of game start. But a lot of things going on as the esports season wraps up. One more regular season Mario Kart game Sunday night at 9 p.m. Then we have quite a gap. I think I'm actually unsure as to when the Collegiate Karting League playoffs start. I don't know when that exact date is. Of course, you will see that. Oh my goodness, as I hurt myself on the desk. That's kind of bad. The teams will actually flip sides for Shambali, so it will be Wartburg on the push first. They're going to be setting the pace, setting the tone. If it's for certain. Just waiting, making sure. Let's see, let's find out, let's wait. Still in the air, whether or not it's... This is the one thing. Yeah, I know, and it is. We will be getting into the game, and I know it's something that I've talked about quite a lot, but it's prevalent. I don't understand the need for a level up in ranking in order to be able to use the game chat. Granted, because honestly, newer players are the least likely to be toxic in any game chat. If you're new to a game, you're gonna have no right to be talking any sort of trash. So I'm just kind of confused by that. See it, the snow falling down. Defenses about to be set by Saginaw Valley State. Interesting choices. Very interesting choices out of the Cardinals. My goodness, what a junker jump. Unable to get over the roof, though. I think it's probably a hitbox up there, actually making sure he can't. Crispy on the... Oh my goodness, how did I just blank? How did I just blank on the robot's name? Oh my goodness. That's terrible. Bastion. Oh my, I didn't even need to look at it. It's just Bastion. You see it here. The classic strat of under the bridge, or under the wall. Doesn't exactly work out. Not yet, at least. In fact, it actually goes negative. Biggest of Owls finishing off VOD. Yugatune finishing off Shadow Wing. Zippy. Pickled Poet taking down Crispy. Last one standing was Bo Jiden. Last one standing. No more. Wartburg gets their first push. Been a while since we've seen a defense set up in that little area past the spawn. Normally the teams will go for the little bit of the ledge there. More of a vantage point. Sigma for Blurgenturg, as well as VD. Does go down. Margaz on Symmetra, stays Symmetra, not just a swap for the teleporter. Pickled Poet and Biggest of Owls. Not exactly a full swap. Pickled Poet, though, going Moira. Biggest of Owls on the Ana. It's a rock thrown at him. As I said, Crispy on Bastion. Bo Jiden. Junkrat. Zippy on Baptiste. Shadow Wing is on Juno. Rock thrown. Junker popped. There goes the tire. Unable to do anything, though. Biggest of Alls houses the boost. Crispy has the Bastion ult. Blurgenturg boosted by Biggest of Owls. Has the Sigma ult. Uses it. Lifts. Takes out Crispy. VD barely living. Will not for long. Pickled Poet using the Moira ult. Now it's moving again. Good job of the Maywall, able to just take away that option for Saginaw Valley State. Didn't seem like anyone was going to go for it, but it might have been because they saw that there. You could tune in just a little too deep, able to ice herself up. Stay alive just a little bit longer, able to get out, actually. As Margaz uses their ult. The barrier. Immortality field taken down. There's the Baptiste ult, the wall. Margaz goes down. Now it's just once again the supports. Less than 3 meters. Wartburg had to go there. They'll get turned away with about 40 to go. You see it there. The Wartburg players running in through the house. Blurgenturg low on health, though. They've got 14 seconds to touch payload once again. Riptire was launched. Are they going to be able to? Contested point. I think that's Maragaz. It was the Juno ult used. Pickled Poet staying on point. There goes the heal orb, able to keep himself alive. Does eventually get taken down. Last one left is Biggest of Owls, who isn't going to be able to do much as a solo Ana. And Wartburg isn't even going to be able to touch the first checkpoint. they're going to have to do quite a bit to make sure that SVSU is not able to push all the way to the first checkpoint, just a little bit short of that, actually. As there you see, that's the mark that SVSU has to hit. Can expect Wartburg to set up on the ledge. Ramatra, the choice on Blergenterg. You see it there. The setup on the ledge. Pickled Poet off in the corner. Margaz on Ash. Ugatoon Soldier 76. Very interesting choices out of Saginaw Valley State. See there. Roadhog, Widowmaker. As they are released. Things thrown ahead. See the Widowmaker up on the side. First push up the stairs. They're doing SVSU doing a great job just getting forward to start things off. There's the Roadhog. The first big push up those stairs. Margaz calling to watch out over that corner. Gets taken out by Roadhog. Too much time spent in the scope. Pickled Poet, though, able to take out the Widowmaker of Bo Jiden. VD getting taken out. That's in big part thanks to the sleep by Biggest of Owls. As Wartburg do a great job of stopping the payload pretty early. Again, they were about probably closer to 10 meters now away from pushing the payload all the way to that first checkpoint. Pickled Poet taken out after the hook by Roadhog. They're going to spend more time focusing on the players than they are the payload to start it off. Zippy taken out. 200 health remaining as Blergenterg. But up goes the wall. Pickled Poet has returned, has the heals. Ramach ult at the ready for Blergenterg. First ult that seems to be ready this entire round. 2 minutes to go. SVSU is halfway there. The Genshi running in out of Crispy. An interesting swap. Bo Jiden now going. Blergenterg with the ult for Ramatra. Crispy able to get out of there just barely. VD has their ult. The chunky shots. Baptiste ult. There's the wall. Hacked. Might be able to get the Baptiste. Is able to. Does get taken down. Does Blergenterg. Pickled Poet, though, with the Ramatra ult. Not seeing it there. That's really weird that it didn't load in. Juno ult used by Shadowwing, who does get taken down. Biggest of Owls goes down as well. Barely staying alive is Pickled Poet, as was Bo Jiden. Still alive. Running around these two. Just about 40 seconds to go for Wartburg. You can see this is about the mark that they were at when they had 40 seconds. So these teams pretty evenly matched so far in this one. Blergenterg still on the Ramatra. Maragaz uses Bob. Does get taken out. Blergenterg runs back to support Yugatoon. Ramacha ult is ready. Wartburg is going to have to push in like crazy. There's the use of the ult. A lot of pressure in overtime. It seems like they might be able to do it. Saginaw Valley State, the contest, it's not enough. SVSU, you see Sombra there dancing on the side, gets the point. Now they're up 2-0. Another Sombra play of the game. The score, but a very close one there on the Escort map. And again, I know not exactly the most important of games for Wartburg, but really any momentum is good momentum, no matter what it comes from. They find themselves in a 2-0 hole. They push map up next. It really is interesting that they actually have La Seraphim music in the background. I like it. It's a really nice touch, and quite frankly, I think sometimes it is a little too quiet. Are the menus of Overwatch just not what I expected? I didn't expect an actual backing track for. Oh my goodness, excuse me, for Overwatch. Looks like we're going to be going to Esperanza. Wait for the confirm of loading into the game. But it seems map number 3, the push. A few subs made for Saginaw Valley State. Definitely at least one. I think 2, actually. I think there has been 2. Yep, J-Rod Nasty back in, Reggie in. We're going to see just how things go for them. Bojan out, Zippy out. As we await the aim to get booted up. I think this also is more of a warm-up game for Saginaw Valley State. I think they might have their playoff. Do they have their playoff spot confirmed? I'll check that real quick. They a win, and they do. A loss, and they might be looking outside. Now they enter. No matter what, they cannot confirm it. At least that's the truth. As I still have one more game to play. As does Buena Vista, although they probably are playing theirs. It really relies on what the Buena Vista result is. Because Buena Vista result win means that it goes into the last day no matter what. Well, yes. No matter what, that means it'll go into the last day. But if Buena Vista loses, Saginaw Valley State wins here, they'll have that playoff spot locked up. Whereas if both teams lose, it comes down to, once again, the final game for SVSU. As both teams are going to come out. Less than 10 seconds. Lurgenturg on Mauga. Big Stuff Al's going Juno. VD on Wrecking Ball. J-Rod Nasty on Kiriko. Shadowwing on Mercy. Reggie on Ash. Crispy on the Pharah. And now the robot can start moving. First push, my goodness, will go to SVSU. Wartburg almost instantly getting a flip back in their direction. The Mercy just barely staying alive. Gets taken down finally by Blurgenturg. That's going to leave the Farah of Crispy weakened. Does get taken out. Nice shots there by Blurgenturg. The Wartburg going to take the early lead. Was correct in that, by the way. Univista is playing their game right now. Let's see if I can actually pull that up. This is a secondary thing. If not, I think I will be able to go through. I thought I heard the door opening. I was wrong in that. Takeouts from Wartburg. J-Rod Nasty, Reggie both go down. Two flying characters. Mercy being paired up helping Crispy, the Farah. Didn't really help there, though. Crispy taken down as Wartburg, an outstanding first push. They're going to hit the checkpoint. That, of course, is going to move the... Excuse me, that is going to move their spawn up closer. As they do currently have their Overwatch stream up. It says intermission. Biggest of Owls uses the Juno ult. I did see a lot of things going on. My goodness. But overall, Wartburg still have the push going. The Kitsune was released. Wrecking Ball comes in. Gonna wait to see when the Mauga ult is used. There it is. Blurgatur taking a lot of fire here, but also putting up a lot. VD not able to do much. Is going to roll out J-Rod Nasty. Not able to escape. Does get taken down. Wartburg is going to keep this push going. They have 6. Why does it say 6? Oh, I guess probably it counts the 5 as 6. It's an extra push if all of your players are there. Reggie just barely able to get out of there, running towards the spawn. Wartburg closing in on 100 meters on this push. A continuation of their first push this entire time. A little bit of hiccups. VD uses the Wrecking Ball ult. Kiriko taking a lot of fire there. Reggie uses the Soldier ult, and that's going to be a team wipe. Wartburg less than about a quarter of a meter away from being able to reach the 100 meter mark, but Saginaw Valley State is going to be able to flip this push. Wartburg pushing it back in their direction now. VD changing things up. He's going to be going with Zarya. Yugatun uses the Blizzard. Can't exactly see where that's at, though. Burgator running in on the Soldier of Reggie. Finally able to get the takedown on the melee. 100 meter push over that now as a team wipe. Baragaz has Torbjorn's ult ready. Shadowing boosts Crispy, who does instantly use the Genshi ult. Blurgenturg not going to risk anything. Running away instantly, is going to stay alive just a little bit longer. Maragaz throws the lava down. Lurgenturg charging in. The trap used. VD taken down. There's a Kiriko in there as well as the Sojourn. Push continues. Sands the tank. Good job by Yugatoon. Gets the double. VD, the only one left standing for Saginaw Valley State. This push from the rest of the team coming back in. Lurgenturg. Interesting pick. Reinhardt. Able to chase down VD instantly. Uses the shield. You can see Kiriko up there up top. VD using the Zarya ult. Good job of the wall, making sure nothing else can happen. Pickled Poet gets taken down, but so does VD. Shield up for Blurgenturg, who's going to dash out of there into the health pack. Reggie has the only on ult ready, but Yugatoon soon will. Less than 3 minutes to go in this round. Reggie uses the Sojourn ult. J-Rod Nasty boosting the teammates. Lurgenturg finally taking down Maragaz, having to retreat. Yugatoon doing the same. Pickled Poet, you can probably guess, running away, making sure that they're safe. A lot of pressure on Yugatoon, actually. She finally escapes. Saginaw Valley State flip it to a positive for themselves. Genshi ult is a go. Flying in, takes out Yugatoon, takes out 3 of them. Biggest Vials, Yugatoon, Maragaz all go down. Pickled Poet does as well. Blurgenturg goes down. Pickled Poet is the one that's able to escape, avoiding the team wipe. Is getting hunted down, though, by the Genshi of Crispy. Maragaz has the overload. Shadowing, though, will be able to release the Kitsune very shortly here. Maragaz actually uses it. The Torbjorn ult. Blurgenturg soon. Shadowing throws out the Kitsune. Blurgenturg has Reinhardt ult, uses it. I don't think it really got much. Does get taken down eventually. Maragaz also seems like they're about to get taken down. Able to live it, taking out the Kiriko. Shots taken. You see Genshi in there from behind. Maragaz barely living, saved by the Moira of Pickled Poet, who does actually have their ult. Does use it. Reggie uses the Sojourn ult. J-Rod Nasty bumping up the jams. Has their ult go. Maragaz, you see there, taken out. Biggest of owls, Yugatoon, the last one standing, as we are in overtime. Wartburg just need to set up one good defense. And this Torbjorn will be very good for that use of the defense. Uses it right away. Fighting the Zarya head on. Part of the takedown there. Pickled Poet, the last one remaining for Wartburg, will get taken out. SVSU is going to continue this push. Don't know. I didn't think I hit the spacebar there. I don't know why we're in the third person cam. But here it is. This essentially will be the last conflict of the game. If Wartburg is able to hold off, they'll push this to a game 4. If not, oh, excuse me, as it seems like it won't be. Saginaw Valley State might be able to confirm the 3-0 sweep. The Doomfist of VD rushing in. J-Rod Nasty gets the kill on Yugatoon. Expecting the ult here from Blurgenturg. It is Reggie J-Rod Nasty once again syncing up their ults. Blurgenturg taken out. Yugatoon, once again, the last one standing, isn't going to be able to do anything. 3-0. Saginaw Valley State take the games tonight. Play of the game goes to Crispy at 100%. Was that use of the ult. See there. Final score of the night, 3-0. The triple kill was the play of the game. Red across the board. Saginaw Valley State take it. And Seraphim back in the background. A quick one tonight, not for a lack of effort. More, it was the fact that I think that's the shortest I've ever seen an Escort map go. I've never really seen a 1-0 map on Escort. That's rather interesting. And with that, Saginaw Valley State do actually stake their claim. They will be in the playoffs, it seems like. Univista lose their game against Northwestern College. And I think, barring any reschedules that may have happened for BVU, it is Saginaw Valley State claim their spot in the playoffs, going to a record of 4-2. Northwestern College moving on to 5-1. This is what I'm confused about. Why? Oh, is there a bye week that I missed? No, I don't think so. I think it's just set up a little weird. I will get you what should be the final standings of the... That's what it is. Okay, Saginaw Valley State actually had a game that was confirmed when they were already locked into the playoffs, I think. Or maybe not locked, but close to it. Game just hasn't been what counted as finished yet. But the playoffs are set in stone. At least the teams are Northwestern, Wayne State College, SVSU, and Doane University. Let me make sure that's true. Yes, Doane University. That is the playoffs for the Overwatch, NECC Overwatch Division 6 Central A Division. Thank you so much for all of your supports during this NEC season for the varsity side of Wartburg. We really do appreciate it. We still got a little bit more to go. They will be in person live at the LAN event in Indianola, hosted by Simpson College for the MVEC playoffs. That'll be happening on the weekend of the 5th and 6th of April. Our Rocket League team will also be participating in that. Hopefully the teams will be able to walk away with trophies But don't forget, JV squad, they are in the playoffs for their bracket of their they are in the playoffs of Division 7. They'll be going up against what seems to be University of Nebraska Omaha. That team is perfect. It'll be quite the challenge to knock them down, but it doesn't mean it can't happen. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in to this Wartburg College esports broadcast of Overwatch 2. I've been Chris, Crick, whichever you prefer to call me. Thank you, and we will see you on Sunday for a little bit of Mario Kart.